So what is your favorite part about gaming? Would it be the community that surrounds these different games? Playing with or against your friends? Collecting that next piece of loot? Or going for the next creature for your party? Nintendo, don't sue me. Or would it be the immersion or fantasy elements? There are so many different reasons why people jump on to play a few rounds, a couple levels when they're able to relax. Or just to jump on with some friends and have a good time. Because personal experience, a lot of my friends live in another state, so it's an easy way for us to be able to maintain contact and still hang out, even though we're hundreds of miles apart.
Skin called Stone Crow, and I look sick.
Yeah, but
Cheers, chat.
are you Death Scythe Gundam? I don't think so.
One of the things I love figuring out with a game I haven't played before, like the original Splitgate, was a ton of fun learning how to use the portals effectively. Getting those little dopamine hits from new experiences, both multiplayer and story-based games. There's no way he sits there and just slowly sinks to the bottom. Though I wouldn't say that's any kind of secret or anything though. But story-based games, one I want to touch on is Bloodborne.
Dear, oh dear. What was it? The hunt? The blood? Or the horrible dream?
A game that I failed at the first time trying to play it, and then I ended up going like a year and some without playing it again. Then I came back and played for a while, and eventually I had some moments arise when the combat sort of just clicked for me. And once that happened, I started to have so much fun, honestly. It was like a eureka moment that made my gamer brain happy.
Oh, yeah.
A beautifully crafted world filled with wonders and nightmares for you to have the pleasure of meeting. You visit a dream world that is actually not really that dreamy. The moon spirit also appears, which is kind of cool, and actually has a lot of heartache in it. Storytelling being told in a signature FromSoft fashion that allows the players to help craft parts of the story based on what they interpret happened. Stories that pull at your heartstrings or pique your curiosity. Honestly, the OG Halo games and the two spin-off ones that came out, Reach and ODST, had amazing elements to them. How did you feel about reading Survive at the end of Reach, or the atmosphere felt through the ODST campaign? Those games had a story that was incredible to me, and some of my favorite game series growing up, honestly. I remember playing through Halo 3, just being glued to what was going on in the story. Legendary moments, man, came from this franchise.
Permission to leave the station.
For what purpose, Master Chief?
To give the Covenant back their bomb.
I think I got it, though. Oh, my bad. Having LAN parties and system linking with my friends on Forge-made maps was always a ton of fun, too. I always look forward to having my friends come over on the weekends to test out different things I try to make. Even Halo 4, I had a lot of good memories with. I remember playing through the campaign a few times. I honestly really liked the Master Chief and Cortana dynamic in that campaign. It really had some good ideas and some potential that if it had better management, I think it would have been better realized. Which leads me to my next point. Whether it be good or bad in nature really depends on the game you're going to pick up, with some being elegantly made masterpieces that you can tell developers behind the project really cared about what they were crafting. And then there's others that were pretty bad piles of trash that the internet gets to laugh at, time and time again.
What? It's just an ordinary Krabby. Oh my goodness!
And some of the other games that I find really fun that I've enjoyed over the years, either by myself, with friends, whatnot. Mario Kart, after school on the bus ride home, best way to pass the time. I started recently playing CSGO as well and learning how that game works. The mechanics are a little bit different than most of them out there, with super simple gameplay but filled with strategy if you ask me. And it seems like everyone wants to play this game when they first get a PC. I also tried Valorant too, which I actually enjoyed the abilities. I kind of like hero shooters for that reason. I think it adds a little bit more depth. And with the recent Battlefront 2 craze, I ended up getting on that wagon ride too and had a ton of fun. It's got multiple different characters you can play as from the movies and just other parts of the universe. Beautiful graphics that you could have told me came out from a game a couple years ago, not 10.
What the fuck?
So much fun with friends, man. I can't say that enough. And I really hope with the recent resurgence in Battlefield 2, I hope that a Battlefront 3 happens.
Yes! Hell yeah! Hey, come
die, baby! Come on! Yes! Come on!
Really, the only two problems I had with this game is that it didn't have any crossplay, and there's an issue with cheaters, it seems. Splitgate 2 was a great improvement from the first game. Not saying that it was bad in any way, but the sequel is what a focused indie developer with a bigger budget can do. The gunplay feels like butter. I like the small differences between the classes, from the perks that give small buffs to your team to each class having individual weapons. Crisp graphics and audio as well, and my favorite addition, the big team mode. Though, one thing I do wish is that the TDM wasn't broken into multiple rounds. I feel like it really kind of slows down the match and drags it out a bit. But I don't mind it in some of the other modes though. I enjoyed playing all the Pokemon games for hours growing up, honestly. And the first one I ever really got was Pokemon Diamond back in 2007. Then I went back and played all the old ones, besides Crystal. Have you played it? Heart Gold and Soul Silver were amazing games from a content offering, and if Game Freak and Pokemon could deliver that type of content today, that would be superb, I'll be honest with you. Did any of you guys also use an action replay? For those who don't know, it allowed you to kind of cheat in games. And I only used it for the DS. I'm not sure if it was made for anything else, but it was so much fun at first, but it kind of ruined the game after a little bit. I thought it was super cool being able to travel in between regions and see all the different areas in one game and have 16 gyms to go along. I never really played Overwatch 1 or 2 until a couple of years ago, and then I really got into the game. It wasn't until recently I realized how big of a fan I was of hero shooters.
It's okay.
I love Stadium, honestly, and I think it was a great addition with a perk system too. I'm excited to see what they are able to add in the future. And then a game that's not like any of the others I've talked about yet. Rocket League. I remember in my senior year, back in 2017, I gathered a bunch of pop cans for spare cash to buy Rocket League using one of the Walmart PSN cards. I also remember when I was ranked prospect in that game, which is actually now gold. I couldn't make my car fly. I didn't have my pilot license yet. Recently, the game added a whole lot of extra modifiers in its custom matches, which is a ton of fun with friends, so I'd highly recommend it. Rocket Racing, which I was kind of disappointed. Worst carpet pull ever. And then finally, I would like to touch on R6, which I've played on and off since Operation Health, which seems like a totally different game thinking about how Siege used to be back then. And thinking about another thing, there's not another game on the market that really is able to offer the experience that Siege is. And Siege X is actually going to be coming out here soon, so Siege will be getting a nice facelift. There's so many different playstyles and abilities that you're able to use in Siege as well.
You've just set sail on the SS Imagination.
Which I'm loving the hero shooter vibe, I'm telling you. And I'm gonna wrap it up here. Thank you for watching. Let me know down in the comments what are some of your favorite games and what about them do you enjoy? Like and subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next one.